Today we are reviewing Sagamore's latest release. Should you hunt it down? Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Bourbon Retriever, where I go out in the wild, hunt bourbon, and bring it back for you. Today we are talking about Sagamore's latest product. It is their Sagamore Rye, finished in Vino De Naranja barrels? Naranja barrels? I still can't pronounce this. Someone in the comments said the J's an H, but my phonetics are terrible. It comes in at 112.6 proof. The back of the label says that it's a 5-year rye that spent an additional 2 years and 9 months in the finishing cask, which is astonishing. That's a long time in a finish. Sometimes finishes can be a month, 6 months, maybe a year max. So having that long of a finish is drastic. Normal when a whiskey is finished that long in a barrel, the finishing notes can overpower and overwhelm the whole profile of the whiskey. I have to say, Sagamore does a great job with their bottles. This is an absolute gorgeous bottle. It doesn't take too much room on the shelf. They have a nice little etching on the side of the bottle with Sagamore. In the top middle, it has 1909. That's in reference to their spring house out of Sagamore Farm, and it was built in 1909. They used the water from that spring to dilute the whiskey from cask strength down to their bottling proof. So the batch on this is 1A. Hopefully that means that there are going to be more batches of this coming out in the future. Jason also hinted that this bottle might be older than the label indicates. He said it could be closer to 9 years. So what are Vino De Naranja barrels, however you pronounce it? They are wine barrels, white wine barrels that in the southern region of Spain that they add peels of oranges to make what they call orange wine. On the back of the bottle, it says distilled in Indiana and bottled by Sagamore. So that means the juice inside of this is MGP juice. So let's do an uncorking. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but that is a nice amber color. Typically you'd see that with age. Bet you that that wine barrel might be adding a little bit of color to it. Okay, sorry about that. My memory card got full on my phone, so the second half of this video didn't record, so I'm going to have to reshoot it, which actually I think is going to help the video. When I first tasted this, I was getting just baking spice and the orange zest, but now that it's sat open for about 20 minutes, I'm getting a lot more of the oak notes and it's becoming a much more balanced drink. So on the nose, I'm getting the spice, the baking spice specifically from a rye, a little bit of orange zest. I would describe it like on an old fashioned, when you go to spritz the orange peel, that aerosolizes a little bit and gives you that aroma of an orange peel on an old fashioned. That's exactly what I'm getting in this glass. And then the oak notes are much more pronounced now, which with the oak I'm getting on this, I think Jason's probably right that this is an older than a 5-year product. Okay, onto the palate. The tip of the tongue, at the beginning you get the baking spice that you whip from a rye. As it transitions to the middle of the palate, you get the orange notes, along with the sweetness that you'd get from the wine barrel. And then as you move to the back of the palate, the baking spices come back along with the proof of the drink, and it's a nice long finish. This might be the perfect old fashioned. It basically is an old fashioned that's not diluted. You have the rye, which I normally put in an old fashioned, along with the sweetness that you'd get from simple syrup, which the white wine is giving. Lastly, in an old fashioned, you have an orange peel that you spritz on top to get the aroma, and that is exactly what's on this nose. So basically, if you just take this, put an ice cube in it, you have yourself an old fashioned. I'm not typically a fan of ryes or finished products, but I am digging this bottle. I will say I think ryes are the best products to finish because it helps balance out the baking spices you get from ryes with the sweetness of typically what they use as a wine barrel. Yeah, all in all, I think this is a great pour. In fact, I will say, I think it is the best Sagamore product I've had. It beats the 8-year bottle and bond, their own juice that I've had, flagship cask strength, and even the double oak that people on YouTube go mad over. This is fantastic. If you live in the Baltimore region, go down to the distillery and buy this while you can. I don't know how many bottles they made. I would call the distillery first and see if they have any left. But when you do go to the bar that's attached to the distillery. They have all of their bottles open to drink, and you can taste it for yourself to see if you think it's a bottle that's worth buying. In addition, you can do flights of the other distillery releases and their core offering to see which bottle you enjoy most. While some people may be hesitant to get a pour, especially if they're going to buy a bottle, but I would highly recommend it because it helps you find the bottle that you will like drinking the most. If you're enjoying this content, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow, and that way you also won't miss any future posts I make. Additionally, if you're a golden retriever fan, I have a 10-month-old puppy. He makes cameos every now and then. If you would like him in more of the content, let me know. I'll try and see if I incorporate him more in the content. I got this bottle at the Mash and Journey Summer Jam event at the Sagamore Distillery. If you weren't able to go, here's a link to a recap of the event. So that's my review of Sagamore's latest release. Leave a comment below on the next bottle you'd like me to review. I want to put out content that you guys would actually enjoy seeing. And until next time, cheers.